Man, oh man, this is not good. 1%. Well, that's not bad. 0%. 0%. 1%. 2%. Oh boy. What's up, guys? It's Angry. And we're back on the Blue Rigid Western today. However, things are not looking great. If you caught one of the recent live streams we've had, you'll see that some very generous folks decided to cause some borks. So we're over at Bryson in the roundhouse, and 3 of our 4 locomotives are pretty much out of commission. Over here, the passenger train also pretty much out of commission at the moment. 1%, 1%, oh man, 6%, 3%, 15, 85, 86, 31, 89. Oh boy, the boys are going to have a hell of a time. Management's not going to be happy with me. Uh, so we have to let this all get fixed up because, oh man, this is not great. So let's teleport over to the other end of the railroad. You'll see that we have some cars kind of ready at various different spots. So let's hop over to the engine house and just see what's going on over here. Wah! Here's number 1. It's at 74%. It's the only locomotive we have that is really in decent condition. Let's go ahead and relabel this. Let's get it away from the broad top. Something a little bit better. So, yeah. We've got our logging locomotive. We have logs that we could run. We have some cars that we could switch out. And we do have a interchange coming up. We ordered an interchange to hopefully get signals installed. So the interchange is going to happen in not too long from now. So we might as well hop aboard, maybe get a few more cars over the interchange, and hope to rescue this godforsaken railroad. Man, this is terrible. Everything just went to pot. We said we weren't going to have this railroad turn out like the Suffering Southern, but here we are. So while we're down here, we got a couple of cars already over at the interchange. We've got, looks like 2 or 3 cars over here that we might, just for the sake of getting some extra cash, just go ahead and get done. And then looks like we're quickly unloading the cars that were brought down from the logging camp on last night's stream. Let's see if we can go ahead. We need water. We need coal. Everything's just gone to pot. So while this is filling up, let's see. We got 2 cars there. This shouldn't take long to unload. The sawmill has 34 logs in storage, but it needs more. So we could definitely keep ourselves busy with that. Up at Whittier proper, we've got 1 car ready to go to the interchange. The other 2 are still unloading. These are all doing its thing. If we go over to Ela, we've got 1 car ready to go. The other one is unloading slowly but surely. And then back over in Bryson, where everything is crazy and messed up, we've got, looks like 1, 2, yeah, 2 cars that are pretty much ready to go. So I think for today we're going to have to stick on the eastern end of the railroad as our world slowly goes back up. And allow the maintenance guys to do their work. We'll see what cars we get with this interchange. See if that helps us at all. Or whether it hurts us. Because holy heck, this railroad is sure hurting. The thing that's going to suck the most, we had an 86% safety rating. That's not going to last very long. We are going to be paying out the wazoo for that. Is going to drop. And by drop, I mean it's going to drop a lot. So, I think what we'll do to start, because we only have a little bit of time before the interchange drop, let's go ahead. We'll try to get these couple of sawmill cars. Actually, no, we're going to let them all just kind of go as a string. But because these are getting taken down quickly, I think we need to run up to the top of the hill. And, hold on, wait a second. So we have those. We have these, which I believe is all L2. Oh, these are the L1 and L2 cars. Oh, well, hold on. Yeah, no, that's them. So everything's down except for the L3. Okay. All right, let's go. My switches are set. They are not. Hopefully I can throw it from here. There we go. But oh man, this railroad's in a bit of a doozy. So I think to be best optimized with our time, the sawmill's going to be what really pays down the bills and pays down our debt. Which, speaking of, as we get rolling here, we're currently at 29,000. Buying a new road consolidation and signals was not the most monetarily wise choice. We were down to $2,000 of debt. We almost had paid down the debt. But, yeah, we need to recover, and the way to recover is more logging. At least for right now. Once we get the passenger train back up and running, then we'll hopefully be in even better of a boat. But hopefully by the time that we do one trip up and down the mountain, we'll have an interchange and we'll actually see how everything is looking and what might need to happen. So let's see what we can do. Alright, I'll meet you up at the top of the mountain here. Alrighty, we're approaching the top of the grade, and the weather has turned much clearer for us. Now we've got the rainstorm out of the way, we got clear blue sky, and we're heading up to get the last few of these log flats that we need to bring down the mountain, and just let them do their thing at the sawmill. We have an interchange that's going to be dropping in 5 minutes in game time, so by the time we get down, we'll have plenty to do, hopefully, with that. But let's go ahead. We'll start slowing down just a little bit as we get up to the top of the hill here. This engine looks like it's waddling a little bit. God, I wish this locomotive was fixed back to 100%. We're going to have to fix this here. Alright, so we'll roll past the switch, get hooked up. And we'll see what happens. Here's something interesting that happened a few days ago that you guys might be interested in. I got spotted out in the wild. Someone actually recognized me from YouTube. We had a visitor to the East Broad Top a few days ago, and I was giving a tour. And at one point during the tour, they mentioned, Kenosha-ing, which was immediate, like, oh, this person's probably, watches Heist or in that circle of people. And Midland has already do productions, was with me on that tour as one of our guides. And when Midland was walking away, I leaned over to the kid and said, "Hey, you know who that is?" Like, no. It's like, that's, if you're in the Heist Squad, that's Midland. Like, oh my God, that's Midland? He's like, yeah. And then he kind of looked at me. He's like, wait, are you angry? I'm like, yes. And that was kind of a weird but different experience. It was definitely not expected to happen, but it was a nice thing to happen either way. And you can usually find me at the EBT this summer if you're ever in the area. Come down, take a ride. And by the time that this video comes out, please also still vote for the EBT as USA Today's 10 Best Great Scenic Train Rides. You guys have been really wonderful with helping to vote. Doesn't cost you anything. There's no negatives with it. All it does is it helps the railroad with a bunch of publicity, which we always need, and hopefully, get us up to number 1. Looks like we got 12 cars, and we got 1 car of coal as part of the interchange drop, which we'll take over to Bryson. So now we'll just kind of rush to get on the other end of this set of cars. All right, come on. Oh, these are going a lot faster than I thought they would. I think we'll still hit the switch before them, but this is what you call safe railroading. Okay, yeah, we're good. So hopefully if we time this right, we can slow this down with just a handbrake. It's fine. Alrighty. We're going to go ahead and send this one down the mountain on its merry way. And while it does, we're going to fly over to the interchange and see what we got. Alright, so we got our coal hopper for Bryson. We've got an Ela farm supply. We have a couple of cars for the sawmill. And a Stensel car. And then we have a few more cars for Bryson, which I believe these are the cars for signals. And then an Appalachian Hardwoods car. So we've got a decent amount of stuff that we could sort out down here. And yep, we are almost emptied out on the log train. So we may need to actually buy a few more log cars because I think the ones we have at L2 can accommodate a few more. I know L1's full and I know L3's full. So we definitely do some switching around when we get down here. We may wait to take some of these cars over the road until we have a bigger locomotive fixed back up. Or at least get it off of the interchange. That way we could deliver some stuff back if there's anything here in Whittier, like these handful of cars or whatever else we might be able to get. So we'll wait for number 1 to get back down the mountain, and then we'll continue our little switching and logging adventure. Alright, and we're making it back down to the Y at Whittier. Log train is moving nice and gently down the hill. No further breaks, borks, or bruises. So we'll get these log cars switched out. These are almost done down here unloading. So that'll be excellent timing on our part. As our mighty little 282T does its thing. Now, why is it just randomly having 1 puff of smoke? Huh, that was odd. That was odd. That might be a bug somewhere, because I was not holding down any whistle key, but apparently the engine was like, great, here's some extra smoke. Maybe the boiler is all fucked up, so just everything's breaking off of it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, look at that. We'll be perfectly in time with what needs to happen. Alright, so we'll go ahead. We'll bring these cars to a halt. Maybe. Alrighty. So we'll go ahead. By the time we get over on this track, this car might be unloaded. Yeah, it was like a 2, I think, when we just saw it. It's now 1.8 logs. So we'll go ahead and get those switched out. And how many cars need to go in? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 at the sawmill. So we're kind of having to wait until we get a 4th car loaded. And it looks like we're pretty close on some of them. Just to have an even switch. So we'll see what happens by the time that we get more logs into the pond here. Yeah, because that one... Yeah, that's unloading very quickly. So we should be good to go with that. I do wonder, though, if it might be time to also give Bryson a switcher. I realize we're in debt right now, and probably buying more locomotives is the last thing we need to do. But let me know in the comments if you guys think we should, and if so, what locomotive? Should we finally get a banana train in SW? Or should we look at something else maybe that we can then get like a S23 or the S51 switchers, the U60 or the 080? All right, come on, log. I need you to be unloaded. And switch over, please. And switch over, please. Please, you just dump the last log off. All I want is for that car to flip over. There it goes. So let's get this train rolling. And what we're going to do, for the sake of making this easy, we're going to put this on the main. That way we can just go ahead, slide those other cars in. Alright, and how are these cars doing again? We're on 2-to-1 time, so things could happen a lot faster. They're getting there, but they're not going quick. Yeah. And how much water and coal? Okay, we're not really touching much on the water and coal front on this now. The old problem with the tank locomotive was it's a great looking locomotive. It's one of the better models in the game. But you'd often find that it just burned through coal and water so fast it made it uneconomical to run because you were always stopping for fuel. So thankfully, they've rebalanced that a bit, and it makes it a lot easier to work with. Alrighty. That's rolling. It's moving and grooving. Let's get it out of the way. For those who are wondering what whistle's on there, it's currently a Lehigh Valley 3-chime. One of the whistle packs that's available on Nexus mods, which is always the go-to place for any Railroader mod, at least in my opinion. Let's go ahead, get those stopped. Okay, and we'll go ahead and get those switched over. Okay. How many logs are currently in the thing now? 53.8. So we are filling it up, but we also are on tier 5. So things like this just burns through logs, eats through them super quickly. All right. Get these bad boys put away. That's almost done. So by the time we get that in, we might be able just to switch that out. If not for sure, we'll take these other cars up the mountain again and then allow them to just kind of resettle. Can we just throw those in? I think we should. It'd be funny like that. So let's get them going like 10 miles an hour. And while they do that, we'll go ahead and get hooked back up so we can just take this up the mountain and do their thing. Okay, we'll just have that coast as these coast in. Alright, so we got a fair amount of them already in. 2 more cars to go. Alright, so those should come to a stop as we approach this set of cars here. Now these log cars are pretty much at 100% because I believe I've kept them fixed up. Yeah, they look beautiful. They're so beautiful. Although I think I am going to copy over the paint scheme to them. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. They're beautiful now. Okay. So, let's go ahead, shove this cut up, and we'll start driving them off here. And while that train's leaving the yard, so we said we had 4 cars here that we need to switch out. That one will be ready by the time we get back, because I believe those cars only hold 30 tons. Let's go and hop over real quick to Bryson and just see if our trains have gotten in any better condition from when we last left them. Alright, we're back in Bryson, and let's just take a quick look. So that car was 1%, now it's 2%. So stuff is going up, but we only have a few hands, so this is going to take a while. That car's definitely gone up. Yeah, it's slowly getting better, but none of these cars are at 100%, and these cars all need love. Let's hop through the door here, and let's see what's going on. So this one now is at 2%, 4% on the tender, 1%, 2%, 2%. Yeah, these are going to take a while to get fixed up, so it looks like passenger and freight operations are more or less suspended on the Blue Ridge and Western for a little bit as we work to get these locomotives back fixed up. Oh boy. I said it once and I'll say it again. I'm just afraid of what the safety rating is going to be on this railroad once we're done. It's It's not going to be great. Also, Midland, I'm switching this back. You can't control who I am and what I do. This engine we're going to call... It's now Mighty Mo. Don't ask why. Alrighty. So that's doing its thing. And now we've returned you back to the epic log train going up the mountain. Alrighty, so we're making our way up. Train's going nice and smooth as we head up the hill here. First destination is going to be L2, primarily because I want to see how many cars we actually still need to buy to maximize what's going on the mountain here. I've been paying a lot more attention to how many cars are stored at places. So right now, Conley Creek, we've got basically 15 logs still hanging out at track 1, 13 and a half, 14 logs at 2, L3's at half. And I'm not sure if that's continually going up because it's generating stuff. But, you know, we obviously have a finite number we're working with here. I don't think we need to start working Walker yet. Primarily because we only have one sawmill. So I don't know if it necessarily makes sense. And we're not running any pulpwood yet. Since we're not expanding down to Silva. And we're not expanding to Andrews anytime soon. So we'll see how this all comes together. But looks like we're approaching L1. But we're gonna roll through that, head straight up for L2. And I'll meet you guys up there when we get there. Well, I think we found the end of the track. Oh shit, we derailed. Oh god, no. No, 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 no. That was not in the plan. Why'd you do that, car? Why'd you do that, car? Well, we'll get those fixed up when they're back down the mountain. Okay, shit. Damn it. Well, we'll shove them up all the way they can go. Alrighty, and it looks like we need to buy 1, 2, 3 more cars. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead, change these since they're here. Wow. Oh. That's considered an L2? Well, okay then. So it looks like we need 4 more cars. Maybe. Yeah, it looks like that's the case. And before I forget, we're going to go ahead and label these cars to get fixed up at Whittier once we get back down the mountain. Apparently that bump took it quite through the train. Didn't hurt our engine, though. So we'll make sure that we've got a handbrake or 2 applied. to send you down to L1. Meanwhile, I do think we do need to buy some more log flats to then fill that gap, because we need 4 more for sure. So we'll go ahead and make sure that this one gets down here. That should stop on its own because of the switch. And let's see how much money we got. Ooh, okay. How much is going to be 4 more stake flats? Oh, that's right. We do have the other cars. I think we're going to start... Should I upgrade to one of these? No, I need to go with the cheap ones for right now, I think. So I need $2,000 more dollars. All right. So we'll just have to wait for this train to get down here then, shall we? All right, the log train has made it. We'll go ahead, shove this one car in, and we'll go down and pick up the new 4 ones that we got. And voila. Go, my child. Perfect. So that should get fixed up. And how quickly are the logs loading up at here? Fairly quickly, actually. Okay. All right. It's time to roll, train. Let's go. Oh, son of a nutcracker. You gotta be kidding me. That's already empty. We were up on the mountain for just, like, not a lot of time, and that's already empty? Jesus. Well, I know what we're going to be doing for a little bit. But while we're here, hey, we could finally go ahead and switch out those 4 cars. So I think we're going to go ahead and do that. Just to get them done and get us a little bit more money. Alrighty, so we're lined in. We'll pull these 4 cars out. Okay. Make sure there's still a handbrake on those 4. And how do we want to route this? Yeah, I think for now we could probably just leave them here. We need to pull the 4 Whittier cars out. We'll throw them in. By the way, where the hell did those new cars go? Oh, they're back there. Okay. All right, little engine. You can do it. I believe in you. Okay, and our water is down, our coal's down, but not enough for the point that I'm worrying. And how's the best way to get this car out? So we've got the Ella car. I think we're going to have to switch that out using the other two tracks, I think. Yeah. Yeah. That makes sense. Alrighty, and just like that, we've delivered a few cars, and we cannot pay down the debt. But I think this is where we're going to call it for today. We got a bit done. Logs are rolling. We've got some stuff that we can switch out, but we'll keep seeing what we could do. Ah! My character's not even at the train. Now they're at the train. But thank you everyone for tuning in. If you liked what you saw, please consider liking the video, sharing with your friends, and subscribing to the channel. We try to put out a couple of videos each week, plus some live streams. And thank you so much to all of our channel members you'll see on the screen momentarily here who help and support us. They get fun perks like early access to videos, exclusive Discord chats, special emojis we use during streams, and other fun stuff. So check those out if you haven't already. But otherwise, we'll see you next time. Thanks so much.